So today is going to be my first upload in almost a month. I can't believe it's been that long since I made my last video, but those of you who've been following my posts, you know that I've been going through a lot. I appreciate all the support. It really means a lot to me. I hope it's something that none of you guys have to go through, having someone really close to you be sick with cancer. It's one of the worst things that anyone can go through. But it feels like 2020 has just been a shitty year for everybody. We've lost so many lives, so many jobs, and because of the lockdowns, you can't really go anywhere or do anything. And over the past 9 months, being told to stay at home, to not go anywhere, to keep our distance from other people, because of how hard it is these days to make connections in real life, many of us have turned to online gaming in order to stay in touch with their friends and perhaps make new ones. But that's what most people have been doing. I'm not most people. The weird thing is, I've been finding myself really into online gaming, so I do feel like I want that connection with other people, but I also want it to be under my own terms. So as far as actually like doing voice chat and partying up with people and doing that, I've probably only done that like 6 or 7 times since the pandemic has started. And there are a few reasons for that. First of all, it's the type of friends that I have and their gaming tastes. We don't share the same tastes in gaming as each other. So yeah, it would be a great thing to reconnect with my friends and to play online with each other, because that's the best way to do it, because we can't go anywhere. And plus, my friends, they all live in different parts of the country anyway, so even if there wasn't a pandemic, I wouldn't get to see them a lot anyway. Like, I could probably get to see them once or twice a year, even before the pandemic. But the problem I've always had with playing online with my friends is that my friends play games that I don't like. For example, they play a lot of Battle Royale. Warzone is the big one. They play all the time, and I just can't get into that game. And yeah, you know, maybe, I should suck it up because at least I'm bonding with my friends. At least I'm doing something with my friends. But at the end of the day, it's something that I don't like to do. It's something I don't enjoy playing. The other one is Destiny. My friends love Destiny. I hate it. I find it boring. I find it repetitive. I'd prefer to play games like the game you're seeing right now, Rogue Company. The problem is, though, none of my friends actually play it, so I'm playing it by myself. I've also really been into Mordau lately, but again, I don't have any friends that play it. So ideally, if my friends had the same exact gaming taste as I did, I'd be partying up all the time. But the way things stand right now, my friends like to play games that I fucking can't stand. I'm not gonna force myself to do something that I don't like. And the whole point of playing video games in the first place is that it's fun and it's something that you enjoy doing. Well, if you're playing games just to say that you play online with other people, but they're games that you don't have fun playing, it's kind of like, what's the point? You know what I mean? Yeah, it would be great if me and my friends can do something together, but we can still stay in touch, no problem. We call each other all the time. We don't have to play video games to stay in touch. So to me, it's really not a big deal. But the other thing that people do, if they can't find a friend in real life that they can play with, they'll try to meet random people online that play the same games that they do. So we got Rogue Company, for example. If I want people to play Rogue Company with, I can try to find Discord servers, I can try to meet new people in public lobbies, but I don't know, I guess I just don't care enough to go through all that. To try to make friends online so we can play these games together. Like, I really don't care. Like, I don't need other people to validate my gaming experience. I find that to be a really weird thing. I guess, you know, with the pandemic, I guess people need new relationships. They need to have connections with people. I'm not, like, completely against playing online with strangers. It's not like I'm afraid of strangers or something like that. But at the same time, I'm not gonna go out there and make the extra effort for something like a fucking video game. Like, to me, it doesn't matter. You know, like, I really don't care. And I have enough fun playing Rogue Company solo that I don't need to go out of my way to try to find people to squad up with. Because from my experience, online friends are not real friends. And that's not me trying to say, like, to people who have close friends that they met online, that those relationships are not valid. But from my personal experience, trying to maintain these friendships over the internet can be really exhausting. Especially if the only reason why you're friends in the first place is so you can squad up and play a certain game together. But when you get tired of that game, that person tries to guilt you into playing with them, and they keep spamming party invites and sending you messages, and it's just a headache. I really can't be bothered. I mean, I can't tell you how many times where I just I want to move on from this game. I don't want to play it anymore, but these people that I played with before, they keep sending me messages, they keep trying to guilt me into playing with them, and it kind of goes into what I said earlier. Now, I'm not playing video games for myself, I'm playing it for other people's enjoyment, and that's just not right to me. I can't be bothered with that. I'd rather do it on my own terms and enjoy it for myself, not for other people, especially strangers. I mean, if I'm not going to do it for my own friends in real life, I'm certainly not going to do it for randoms. I mean, it's gotten to the point where if I'm on Discord or Xbox or whatever, Steam, I just put myself as offline because I can't be bothered with all these messages I keep getting, with all these invites, because as a YouTuber, I'm in a bit of a unique situation where I don't really have to make any effort to try to play with people. People want to play with me. Even though I'm a small channel, you'd be surprised how many people send me friend requests, send me messages, send me party invites. If I show myself online for the small channel that I have on Xbox, I'll get spammed with 10 invites from 10 different people. So I just appear as offline. I never show up as online because it's too much. It's really too much. Like, when I boot up my Xbox, I turn it on because I specifically want to play a certain game, but all these people are trying to get me to play a different game that I don't want to play. But to tell you the truth, the big reason why I'm so antisocial when it comes to gaming, because I'm really not antisocial in real life. Let me just clarify that, because I'm sure a lot of you watching probably think I'm some type of weird freak that doesn't like to talk to people and just stays away. I mean, I don't know if my social skills have deteriorated since the pandemic started, being isolated, but at least pre-pandemic, I had no problem talking to people, making small talk and all that. I may not be the most outgoing person in real life, but I'm also not completely reclusive either. I think I'm probably somewhere between an introvert and an extrovert. Like, I like having my own space, but I also don't mind talking to people either. And when it comes to doing stuff in real life, like going out to eat, doing anything in public, I want to have other people with me. I want to have friends to bring along. It really adds a lot to my experience to have people to hang out with and talk with and have fun with. Like, I can't even go to a movie theater by myself. I just feel weird. But when it comes to gaming online, honestly, playing with other people doesn't add much to my experience. I don't need other people to validate my experience. I know a lot of people who need to have other people to play with because I guess they're desperate for a connection, or there are just certain games out there that don't really make a lot of sense to try to play solo. Like, think of like Payday or something. But the thing is, I don't care about those games anyway. I don't enjoy playing them regardless of whether I'm playing solo or with other people. Like, I remember GTA 5, I was trying to do heists, but none of my real life friends cared, so I tried to play with random people. It was a mess. I hate it. I hate trying to squad up with random people with these types of games. It doesn't even work out anyway. I just get frustrated because these people don't know what the fuck they're doing. So if I'm gonna play a game with people that requires teamwork and all that, I'd rather do it with people that I trust. But on the flip side, if I party up with people that actually do know what they're doing and are very competent at the game, a lot of those people that I try to party up with, they take the game way too seriously. They always try to grind, you know, do the money glitches and do this to the point where it feels more like a job and it feels more like work than an actual game that's supposed to be fun. Like, I just get nothing out of the experience of playing with random people online. It's more frustrating than anything else. And when it comes to games like Call of Duty, where it's PvP, you know, it's not co-op, but I guess it would be preferable to have other people to play with. Even then, it just doesn't add anything for me. If I have a group of 3 or 4 people, or if I'm playing solo, it honestly makes no difference to me. But I had a lot of fun with this gameplay. Even though I was solo, I didn't party up with anyone. I didn't even use my mic. And that's the other thing about me. I can't be bothered talking to people in voice chat ever. It's usually squeaker kids and annoying fucking people that don't know when to shut the fuck up. They have music playing in the background. Who wants to deal with that shit? So usually, like, I just have a habit where every time I start a game, I mute everybody on the mic. And even though there are games like Rogue Company and Valorant where you really should have your mic on and you should hear what other people are saying, I just can't be bothered using voice chat. Even if the other people on the mic aren't really being annoying, like they're okay, still, I just can't be bothered turning on my mic, especially since I mostly play my games late at night. I usually have these late night sessions at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning on weekends. You think I feel like talking to people on a mic? Hell no. Like, I view video games as my own personal time, my own time to escape. And even though I play a lot of games online, and even though it involves other people, I mostly do that just for the challenge, because if you try to play with AI, it gets very predictable if you're playing like a shooter. Like, the AI patterns are pretty easy to figure out, but when it comes to real life people, it kind of adds a special dynamic, and it makes each match feel unique. And that's really the main reason why I play online games to begin with, not necessarily so I can meet people and find connections with people. Like, no, I really don't care about that. At least when it comes to video games. I view video games as a personal hobby of mine that I really don't need other people for in order to get a good experience. Is that such a weird thing? I guess for a lot of people it is, because I just see a whole bunch of shit on Twitter, all over social media about people having so much fun playing with so many people online. I just don't care. I have no problem going solo. And to tell you the truth, I actually kind of like it that way, just being by myself, being in my own space, doing my own thing. So yes, I guess you can call me an anti-social gamer. I keep to myself and stay away from other people, and I wouldn't have it any other way.